capital punishment should be made to be forcing someone to set this up. I'm totally unfamiliar with OBS and all this other nonsense that went involved to do this. Just when you think you got it, then oops, gotta run back to the store. Need to ship a dongle now, $3 now I need a $50 cable. Now I need this. Now I need that. Now I can't get the audio from the browser to play with my audio. Got to get this black hole, and I have to start calling streamer friends to explain this to me. This is absolutely, without a doubt, the most annoying thing I've ever had to do with media. I'm way better off, personally, editing skate videos on PlayStation 1 than this. Really, my own fault, of course, because I never got into it. Actually was playing up my character of being a bonehead so much in like 2017 when people were telling me to get on YouTube and everything that, I tell them I don't understand that. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb skater. But the veil has been lifted, and now you're all in big trouble. Streamers, that is they're in big trouble, and anyone that posts a video on the internet is in big trouble. Because now I'm going to sit down and look at it. Now, I was originally going to do Instagram video reviews on here, and I was finally got everything set up to go, about to do it, and then I remembered, there's lots of copyright music on there. I can't put that on there. So maybe if you're real good, I'll do a free one next on YouTube. But I am still doing that. It's going to be on Patreon. So this video is going to end for YouTube, and then the rest of it will be on Patreon. I did a test last night, and I went for like 90 minutes, so expect something like that. What's up with me? Just renamed the Feeble Grind to the Grosso Grind, and thanks to Shredder News, it is in print on the internet, and if you search on Google AI, they'll tell you all about it. I love Shredder News because they do lots of articles on me, and they're not biased to only doing articles about corporate industry skateboarders. They have all sorts of skateboarding on there. And I did recently find out that Tim Pool owns it. So there's that. I initially thought that Shredder News was Richie Jackson writing the articles, because I know that Richie works for Tim, but I don't know what he does. Even though I asked him like several times what he does, he can't tell me. So I thought maybe that he was, he might have been the writer for Shredder News, but he's not. It's like some kid that barely can speak English that is in like the Philippines or something. We're not sure who it is. We don't know who Shredder News is, but like I said, we can all be glad that they're including all skateboarding stuff in here, whether you like it or not. Here's some of their recent stuff. They're talking about TK being released from prison. Okay, who else is talking about that? No one. And I'd like to know what's up with this. So that's cool. Brandon Beeble. Got him on there. They just announced that Richie Jackson's gay. Not surprised. Not hating on Richie either. I like Richie, but I mean, this is not This is not news. This is just, I guess it is because it's in print and it's now on Google AI. But here's me. First they did this one when I called for the renaming. Then they did the official renaming. You know, Tim Pool made a board that says "Don't be gay." Wow. So yeah, Shredder News. Thanks for that. So I got that going on. That was like last week or something, and then also went to Fish Tank Live for about 24 hours. It was brutal, and I'll be talking about that on the other side of YouTube once we go to Patreon. But on YouTube right now, this is going to be the one that is going to live here. I think it's allowed. Who knows? I'm so new to this, but I'm going to be reviewing a review of Justin Figueroa's bathroom, tub, vanity, and countertop restoration company. Now, this gentleman, Ricky Glaser, he did a review of this, and I'll be doing a review of his review. Let's get into it.
All right, guys. So today we got something a little bit different. You know how much I like to talk about the skate industry and all those kinds of things, what it's like to make a living as a skater. Well, I feel like we got some bad news. I got some bad news to break on.
Bad news to break on us. Uh-oh. And the title of this video is "Professional Skateboarding is Officially Over."
You guys, I was perusing my Instagram and this popped up on my For You page.
Ah, yes.
This is Justin Figueroa, aka Figgy. He is a longtime professional skateboarder, household name. I don't know if he still rides for Baker, but he was one of the big names on Baker skateboards for a long time.
The glamorous world of bathtub refinishing. I know it sounds sexy. Not as sexy as you think.
We clean and repair every inch of every fixture before refinishing. Man, does it get dirty.
But you still come correct. Because when you look good, you feel good.
Okay, so this is an ad for his business. It's called Tub and Crete Coatings. Tub and Crete or Tub Crete? Tub, the letter N, Crete, C-R-E-T-E. C-R-E-T-E Coatings. And him and his partner here are doing an ad on Instagram for their business.
It might not be as action-packed as our other job.
So you understand what's happening?
Ricky asks if we understand what's happening. I do. This is a man who has a business, and he's doing an advertisement for it, and he's making mention of his previous job, which was being a professional skateboarder.
But we bring the same energy every time.
Rusty, the classy.
That's good to know, and I do believe them, because being a skateboarder myself and being an elite skateboarder who cares about the craft, that transfers on to other parts of your life. So when he says they bring that energy, I believe that he brings perfectionism to his coating projects. I do believe that.
Wow. Took your fixtures seriously. Our product is long lasting, durable, and done right.
We're Tub and Crete Coatings. We're here to do the dirty work, so you don't have to. Call Tub and Crete Coatings today.
So This is,
Just want to get that song off there.
I don't want this to come off as negative or disrespectful.
Don't want this to come off as negative or disrespectful. Spoiler alert, it's going to come off as incredibly dumb and ignorant, this take.
But this is Figgy, and I want to say Figgy is like an extremely active top pro.
With all due respect to Justin Figueroa, he peaked about 12 years ago, maybe more.
Like right now, maybe he's not absolutely peaking right now, but
He's not peaking at all right now.
he's still pretty close to the sort of the peak.
And when I say that, I'm not talking about the act of skateboarding. I'm fairly certain that Figgy can do all the tricks that he's been doing. I don't think his skateboarding ability has declined, but his market, him being able to be marketed, he's well past that time. You know, they're not looking for middle-aged men to promote. They're weaning them out, and they're getting younger and younger people.
Of his career, I would say. He has Thrasher covers. He drops really sick video parts. I feel like he would have. I'm pretty sure he dropped a video part like not that long ago, and like yeah, that was kind of a funny ad. That was a funny ad, you know, like respect to the bathtub coating business, like that.
Respect to the bathtub coating business. Like, why'd you have to say that way? Like, he kind of threw a question on the end of it. Like, it's so strange. And of course it is, because you're a streamer.
That's cool. Like, hell yeah, that's sick. But man, like, he's a top pro, you know? Like
He's a top pro. I want him to do what I want him to do. I want him to be a pro skater. Now I'm upset that he's not doing what I want.
the top pro. Like, you would wish that you wouldn't have to create a business doing something like
You would wish. We all wish that we could just play skateboards forever and be millionaires and have a beautiful, lovely life just playing skateboards and getting paid vast amount of money to do so.
this. It's like, damn, I really wish that the top pros could focus on being top pros. They could even make enough that they could have like some kind of like retirement plan. But now, like, the reality that we live in right now is top pro while they are currently active. It's like they literally have to do stuff like this.
Yeah, they literally do.
And like, it surprised me to see this. Especially, I would see this from like a middling pro or whatever, but from like a really top pro, it's like, damn. But anyway, it looks like.
All right. What are you talking about? At some point, because what was his next move from here? If he wasn't going to make money from actually skateboarding, what's his next move? Take some really corny non-skateboarding sponsors. That's one thing he could do. Be a commentator and just talk about skateboarding. Okay, maybe he didn't want to do either of those. He could have been a team manager. Maybe he didn't want to do that either. Like, why are so many assumptions? I don't know.
Like, his business is doing well. This video went like semi out of their followers. Like, it got like 7K likes.
Yeah, it did. It got quite a few shares and likes, and that's really cool. So let's give him a follow. Tub and Crete Coatings, and share the video. Let's build Justin's online presence up. So that'll be a flex for customers, and he'll look really cool.
Whereas all the others were just a bit more normal. But yeah, I don't know. I got kind of like a jump scare.
A jump scare. How does this guy lives in a world like where he thinks that it's like it was when you were a kid, and these people are like superheroes or something. I got a jump scare when I saw Figgy working. Beautiful.
This isn't
Beautiful.
parody. No, sadly.
This is not parody, sadly.
This is real life.
Sadly, this is real life. This is not parody. Yeah, Ricky, he learned how to do this as a joke for to make an account on Instagram as a joke.
This is what you got to do if you want to become a top pro in skating, is basically do everything else and skate for part-time hobby. Get Thrasher covers for part-time hobby.
Yeah. who said that skateboarding needs to be a lucrative career choice? Who said that to you? Tony Hawk? Why are you assuming that's how it goes? And there's no, like, that's what it is. If you're good at skateboarding, they owe you money. He's one of the best dudes. They owe him. He deserves it. Ricky, why are you not making money from skateboarding and you're streaming? Because there's no money in being a pro skater. So why are you acting confused to see this? Maybe it's just the act of a man working a laborious job that is confusing to you.
So yeah, absolutely not parody. Just straight up.
From Tub and Creek Coatings. I just want to give a major shout out to all the clients who have hit us up just off our Instagram and trusted us to go in and give their fixtures a new life.
Like, I love to see skaters succeeding outside of skating and doing stuff, but honestly, this really did give me a shock.
Do you really? Give me an example of a skater succeeding outside of skateboarding that pleases you. Would it be to be featured on a rap song or something? This disrespect that, you know, not only comes from Ricky, but from so many folks. Disrespect to just working with your hands. It's not sorry, it's not glamorous.
He's posted like a lot of content here.
I just want to say also that I'm seeing the amount of prep that goes into this that they are, Justin and his partner are doing. Everything looks good. They're taking all the precautions to make sure that this is done properly and that the areas surrounding are not damaged. Plugging the drain up, plugging the drain up. Yeah. If you've ever been on a new construction job and there's all sorts of stuff in the drain, sawdust and screws and nails and, you know, pieces of, you got like Romex clippings in there, all sorts of silly stuff like that. Good idea. Plug the drain. This guy's doing great, Justin.
Even YouTube?
Could this be love?
Yeah, that looks bad. If someone came into my house and saw that, I'd be embarrassed.
Rambo. All right, I'll stop singing. I don't want to embarrass myself.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Too much on the internet today, but it's hard for me to hold back from the excitement when I see a bathtub that looks a little dirty or dingy.
What are you actually doing? Like repaint?
Yeah, actually, I agree. Excitement to make it look beautiful. I have that same thing about me. Lots of men do that Ricky doesn't understand. It gives you fulfillment and satisfaction to work with your hands and to build things and to fix things and to make things look nice that aren't nice. That's something that men are programmed to do.
My fiance says that about me sometimes, but I tell her to have faith.
My fiance, see? He's starting a family and he wants a career that is more certain than being a professional skateboarder, where not only could you just get injured and you're done, you could say the wrong thing and be done now. So he's telling us about his fiance. Looks like he's fixing to start a family, Ricky. Another thing that you forgot about.
Just like I'm asking you to have faith in the process of...
I just want to pause this real quick. I remember, I forgot to mention earlier, Ricky Glaser did a review of my return to the internet rant. And he was so off in his commentary on it. It was like, it seemed like he was trying to decode it, what I was saying, and look into things that weren't there for something that I wasn't trying to say. Like it was some, mystical thing that I said and there's deeper meaning to it. The video that I posted was black and white. I said what I meant. There was no other way around it, and he just totally fumbled the whole thing. So going into this and seeing the title and everything and watching, you know, the beginning of it, I already expected it to be a horrible reaction.
Of bringing some beauty back into
This dude does not have his finger on the pulse of anything, it seems.
this bathtub with a professional refinish. Tub and Creek Coatings as a company might be the new guys on the block, but our credentials, results, and hairline speak from years and years of experience.
Years and years of experience. Wow. So he's been doing this privately and not sharing it with you for years and years. And I would assume so, because this is not something that you just watch a YouTube video on DIY and just start banging them out. You've got to do quite a few of these to dial this in and make it look great. So another revelation for Ricky Glaser. Pro skaters have been working for years and years and just not telling you.
Most people will not like this angle of me and my backside. The process
Damn, he's
isn't
got the
always
full
pretty.
suit.
The results
He's got the full suit. Yeah, he's in an enclosed space and he's spraying chemicals. So he doesn't want them to land on his skin. He's got the full suit, man. Yeah.
definitely are. We want to scream it from a mountaintop, but all we have is this small business.
Okay, it looks
Join
good,
the
though.
list.
It does look good, and that's why they do it. If you have a bathtub that looks bad and the coating is failing on it, rather than demo the tub and spend the money to get a new tub, you have these guys come in and they put a new coating on it. Fixing something that's broken rather than throwing it in the trash. That's a great thing to do. Ricky does not understand this because I don't know this for a fact, but based on his perception of this, he is not a homeowner. He does not care what his tub looks like. But if the drain was broken, he would call his landlord and the guy would come fix it. So this is just part of being a homeowner and part of caring about the aesthetics of your home.
Happy clients who put their faith in Tub and
It's
Creek Coatings to
reglazing.
bring their fixtures back.
Reglazing. The dude's name is Ricky Glaser. What? You should know about this. I wouldn't be surprised if your surname came from some sort of Glaser lineage, dude. You know how that's how that works, right?
To life. We will customize a solution that fits your
Ricky Glaser's great-great-grandfather was one of the greatest window glazers of all time, and he doesn't know about glazing.
needs. Satisfaction guaranteed. Damn, that is.
You make good money doing this kind of work. I mean, yeah, I'm sure that you do. Like,
Are you sure? Have you ever paid for this service, or have you ever provided this service? No, you're not sure. I don't know what it goes for, TBH. But, like I said, it's a lot more certain than being a professional skateboarder, especially in this climate.
it seems cool. I guess this kind of thing, once you sort of get your name out there, you can get like consistent clients and stuff.
Once you get your name out there, you can sort of get consistent clients and stuff. Once you get your name out there, you can sort of get consistent clients and stuff.
Then you could even hire other people that like work under you or whatever.
And then you hire people that work under you. Ricky is just learning about how a company works. He's just learning about how business works. This is amazing.
But yeah, I don't know.
We know you don't know.
I to me,
Oh, man. Pause real quick. I don't know if I can put these ads in here.
Let's go.
I don't think we're allowed to have a Jurassic Park ad. Okay. This is a milestone in skating, he said. Hold on.
It's like, yeah,
It's over.
you know, we used
Hold
to have
on.
pros.
Wheel that back.
Like, honestly, it's like, yeah, you know, we used to have pros, but now we don't anymore. Done. Like, it's over. This is, to me, this is like a milestone in skating that is saying, like, yeah, it's done. Like, it's over. like honestly, it's like, yeah, you know, we used to have pros, but now we don't anymore.
Dude, why can't you understand that Justin Figueroa is like damn near 40, dude? Why don't you factor that into this? Like the way you're speaking about this is it's like a 20-year-old kid who just went pro for Plan B and he has this business. What are you talking about? Skateboarding is over. Professional skateboarding is over because Justin Figueroa has a business that's not skateboarding.
Like, now it's a hobby. Like, honestly,
Again, it is a hobby. Okay, it's entertainment, guys. Skateboarding's entertainment. You can do it as a hobby. No shame. You could be the best in the world and do it as a hobby.
that's how I felt watching this when I first seen this Instagram.
That's how I felt watching this. Let me give you another insight on being a man. Is you don't feel anything. You think things. You think and you use logic, and you don't do things based off your emotion. That's gonna doing things and moving. You're moving and making decisions based off emotion. Then you're gonna get this. What Ricky's doing. You couldn't have contacted Justin and just asked him. You could have interviewed him. You could have interviewed him on here and got, straight to the point without all this speculation and looking like a goofball. And then, promo the business and we all shake hands and leave.
But yeah, breaks your heart a little bit, but hey, I wish him all the best.
His heart's broken now. Uh-oh. He's got the suit on again. Uh-oh. Is that it, Rick?
Kind of bums you out when Moose talked about working at Home Depot. Yeah, there's a video where Moose is working at Home Depot, but see,
Another amazing skateboarder, Moose. I forget his real name. That's his nickname. Death Wish Pro works at Home Depot. Okay. Disappointing. A little bit more so than owning your own business. A little bit. That's a step down. But what can you learn from this? Have a skill. Work on a skill that you can make a smooth transition to, rather than like this is my take on this. Justin Figueroa, he said he has years and years of experience. So he's been doing this while he was doing professional skateboarding. For whatever reason, we don't know. It could be money, it could be, his health, I don't know. But he's not doing the professional skating, and he's fallen back on this that he's very good at and started a business because he was honing this skill while he was doing the skateboarding. Moose wasn't working on any skills. That's why he works at Home Depot and probably making minimum wage. So that's something that we need to take into account here and keep in the back of our minds. If you're trying to make it as a professional skateboarder, have other skills.
See, like that path was pretty common even back in the day. You kind of shine bright for a little while, make good money for a little while, then you get injured, whatever happens, then you sort of fade away from.
Yeah, that's how it works. You're disposable. I spoke about this in great detail on the Return to the Internet rant that's on my YouTube that you did a review on, sir. That's how it works. You're hurt, you tore your ACL, bye. We'll just get another kid. You don't want to promo what we tell you to? You don't agree with that? You're off the team. Bye. We'll get someone that will do it. It's always been like that, dude.
In the spotlight a little bit, then you have to get a real job. That makes sense.
Then you have to get a real job. Skateboarding's not a real job, Ricky. You just said it. Wow. Skateboarding's not a real job. Then you have to get a real job. Yeah, skateboarding's not a real job.
But being like fully active top pro, I mean, what's good about this for Figgy is that like, yeah, build up the business, and then when he doesn't want to skate at all anymore, he doesn't have to worry because he's got this business. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's really just like you just fully have to work another job, and being a pro skater is like 100% a hobby. And maybe you make a tiny bit of money from the hobby, but like you can absolutely not make a living.
Are you making a living off skateboarding? I want to also mention about you could be sponsored, by a legit company. You're about to get the big bucks, dude. And then you get hurt. You do what they don't say. You're off the team. Nick Merlino was the best street skateboarder. 100,000,000%. There was no denying it. At one point in time, he was the best street skateboarder in the world. He went to spots, famous spots, and did Andrew Reynolds his trick, did it switch. He did Antoine Dixon's trick, switch. They took him to Australia. Is that not where you're from, Rookie? Took him to Australia, kick flipped the 18 rail. Easy. The best skateboarder in the world. They kicked him off because he was annoying. He was annoying. You're off the team. We don't care how good you are. You're annoying. And I say that, with all due respect. Nick is my friend, and I'll tell him to his face he's annoying, and we'll laugh about it. Great guy, but he's annoying, so you're off the team.
Unless you're Tony Hawk, yeah, well, sadly, the pool is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Like, let's say before there was 1,000 pros making a living, then it goes to like 500, then it goes to 100, then how many's left? 20 now? We down to 20?
This is so interesting because I guess a little different for Ricky because he's a streamer, but maybe he's realizing that he made the right decision to be a YouTuber and to be a streamer. When he was coming up through Braille skateboarding, that's Aaron Cairo's thing, the Scientologist, whole nother story. But maybe he's realizing right now this look on his face is not like despair, it's relief that he went into streaming rather than trying to make money off of just skateboarding tricks.
But yeah, I wish Figgy all the best. I'm not trying to like disrespect him or his business. I think it's really cool what he's doing. But it did kind of bum me out. From like a bigger picture point of view, I hate
the bigger picture. The bigger picture is you grow up. Become a man.
to say it, but the reality, if you aren't Olympic level skate league or major sponsor Nike Red Bull, you aren't top pro anymore. But he is a top pro. That's the thing. He is like tippy top.
Tippy top.
He's like as top as it gets.
Is Red Bull product placement here?
We're down to Rick and Tony. I mean, I'm a streamer. I'm a content creator.
Yeah. That's why you don't understand any of this, sir. You don't understand what it's like to be a professional skateboarder. And you don't understand what it's like to be a professional tradesman.
He's a Glaser and I'm a content creator. And we both coincidentally skate also.
He's a Glaser and I'm Ricky Glaser.
Tippy toe top.
Did he just say, and we both skate also? You know who else skateboards? Soulja Boy. Apparently so. He does now skateboard. We'll get into that on Patreon.
You could say he's planning his future a different way. Yeah, I mean, I respect that he's planning. But, like, damn, even the top pros are doing this? Like this, you would have never seen in the early 2000s. Never, ever.
You would never have seen this in the early 2000s. Yes. You know why? Because there wasn't social media to show you.
Ever. You want to remember how good he is?
Yeah, let's
What's his
let's
most
remember
recent pop-
let's remember how much money he deserves for skating.
Boom. Big gap in. But yeah, I don't know.
Big gap in. He deserves a $90,000 net salary for that.
Surprised me.
Lesson number
Okay. So that's Ricky. That's his hot take on what being a working man is, from going to skateboarding and playing Peter Pan to having his words, not mine, a real job. Thanks, Ricky. And we'll catch you on Patreon right now.